I came to the States as a student in the middle of 60s. And everything looked shocking to me, what happened. That's the time when the big youth movement was going on, hippies, flower children. And very statement you can hear everywhere that anybody, you don't trust anybody over 30. So literally, they did not trust anybody over 30. Rejected everything. They had completely different dress, a dress to irritate everybody else. Any presentation is quite different. They had their own lifestyle. So this is a rebellion against what was the society at that time. At the same time, Vietnam, anti-Vietnam demonstrations and civil rights movement, all combined at that time. But as days went by, flower children became normal children and got adopted to the conventional lifestyle. So, and when the question of partnership came, that's when it hit me. Why did it dissipate? Why did it not continue? They were not looking for any return in money, any success measured in money terms. They were living very simple lives. So they were not, so that they don't get adopted, they don't get absorbed into the establishment. But because of the system as it was, if you wanted to function, continue, only way you could do is to get absorbed into this establishment. Gradually, they did get into the establishment. So my point is, if we are just looking for partnership, there is no way young people can remain themselves. They will be absorbed in whatever exists, what is the continuity of history. So more of partnership, I would emphasize on creating new, rather than get absorbed in the old. New institutions creating. If youth wants to remain young, and with whatever it meant for them, philosophy, lifestyle, everything else, they must create their own institutions rather than go into the institution which exists. And the worst of this is employment. If you're looking for employment, I don't think you are continuing with anybody that you are. So anybody who promises you employment, stay away from it. That's a sure death sentence. You be yourself. And that's the beauty of what the present generation of young people is all about. Unlike the mid-60s and early 70s, because they didn't have the new technology. You have it. You can change your life the way you want and be what you want, because new technology helps you. You don't have to get absorbed in anything that the old generation has left behind. And by rejecting, you create a new world. By adopting, you belong to the old world. Just a continuity, just a little makeup here and there in superficial changes and so on. So this is one thing that I see is very important for you to remember. Don't look for partnership, please. Look for your own institutions, your own thing. In partnership, it's among yourself, not partnership between old and the new. That's if you do at your terms, not at their terms. Because you created your own, then you look for the other one. In Bangladesh, we have 130 million people. Half the population of Bangladesh is under the age of 20. It's a very young population. And the way the world is moving today, right now, it's picking up speed every day. All institutions will just fall apart. Even you try to patch it up, you cannot sustain them because the speed will not hold it together. because it is not made for that kind of speed. And as we grow, in 10 years' time, the world that will be in 10 years' time is completely different from what world today right now. So don't try to get yourself hitched into the old institutions which will be falling apart anyway. You create your own institutions because future belongs to you, not to the old generation. Not in Bangladesh anyway. But the old generation is a barrier. Old generation is slowing things down. It's very difficult to cope with them. If you want to go, it's the young people who will pick up the speed faster than anybody else.